Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. We've got a really compelling contest here, a team that's earned a top 25 ranking, heading on the road for a serious test of their poise and their mettle, as we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on another squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Returner decides to field it. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So Northwestern's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year. I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. Again, makes it second and medium. Looks right for a quick completion. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. And look at these yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back to pass. It's Gray. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Pressure is coming. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
The sack sets up second down. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. Punt team ready to boot it away. Coverage team brings down the returner. So UCLA's offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down here for this offense. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The game is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40. And look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Pitches to the back. Powers through the tackle. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Here's a target, and it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. It's an option look. Pitch to the back. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And the Bruins pick up enough to get a first down there.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
The offense has had really good rhythm in his stride, running the ball, throwing the football. Seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Looking to throw. It's Gray. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after the completion. That completion sets up a 3rd down play. Can he get there on the ground? Runs through the defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the front team now on to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Going with the old counter run here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts. If the offense comes back with a counter play, if you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Oh, really nice by the big fella there at defensive tackle. He never bought into that play-action fake and went right in for the quarterback and brought him down.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
It's a first down here by this UCLA offense. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver to be able to get those yards and keep the sticks moving. Good job also just feeling the defense's coverage and making a quick decision to get that ball out.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Looking downfield, it's Duncan. And he lofts it toward the sideline. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball, and this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Now they finally get him, but he found a nice lane on that return. His drive starts in good position. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Second down, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Pass incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Short throw to the back, an easy completion. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. And here comes the punter onto the field. Did not get a hold of it, not what the punter was hoping for. And the coverage team lets the ball roll dead. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. He's moving out of the pocket. Look at the time in the pocket. Finally delivers to the left. And it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
What an incredible job here by this safety. Sitting back in cover 2, almost baits the quarterback to throw this football, jumps it, and comes up with a great interception.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Looks to the left, pass caught. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. Northwestern now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his back. Caught quickly. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. The defense with more pre-snap movement. To the air. It's Bray. The pass rush. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. They were able to knock it loose.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that short completion. Quarterback drops back. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down.
RPO gives the quarterback so many options, and it puts a lot on the defense. If you overcommit one way, the quarterback's going to make you pay for it. Here, the defense sat back, made it easy. Hand the ball off, let that running back get some good yards.
The Bruins churn out another first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Short completion there. Second down coming up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Now here's the toss play. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Boy, just really good vision and patience by this back. He kind of felt his way through and then accelerated through the hole for the first down. One of the things that you see over the years by UCLA is the ability to control the line of scrimmage and have good backs that can pick up big yards.
Second down after the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Duncan. Running out of time in the pocket. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here to prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Long enough and good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Handoff here from the shotgun. Running through the tackle. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Movement here from the tight end. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Getting set. Here's second down. He hands it to the back. Running with purpose.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. And the UCLA offense takes the field. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. Handoff. Here comes the jet sweep. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Grab down the middle. It's Gray. They bring him down after a short gain there.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? That's a design quarterback keeper. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
A gain sets up a third down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And they get him down after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the stills.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Trying to convert again on third down. It's 3rd and 2. Can he make it to the marker? And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. The Bruins lining up here on 1st and 10. The back's got it. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The offense ready for play number 10 in this drive. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Trying to find some room. It's Carlson. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Thanks for that.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Gray. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Tipped and then drops. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. He gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
He hands it off from the gun. Finds room at the 30. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Fresh set it down to the offense. 1st down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Looking for his big tight end. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, this was a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made after a big gain. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Looking downfield, it's Gray. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite.
That was some crazy shit.
To the offense, looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Final 9 seconds of the half as they line up here in 1st and 10. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. 2 quarters down in the Big Ten Championship. A couple of incredibly worthy teams battling for their rightful place in the history of this great conference. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays.
I appreciate that, Charles.
But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the exciting conclusion of the Big Ten Championship.
That wasn't luck. That was skill.
We'll start the drive. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. Trying to build in a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Scanning the field, it's Duncan. He'll try a pass here. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain. And that's the fullback making the catch. It was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks, play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The first down pickup, tackled at the 45.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the Bruins pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. He'll hand it off. Not much on that play, brought down short.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Down he goes, a sack. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
They'll kick it away here. Down for a touchback. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, it's Gray. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. No huddle now for the offense.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. The linebacker shifting around now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking for the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Of course, Big Brother is happy that my quarterback's injured.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. Look at this, an end around to start the drive. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Important 3rd down play coming up. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
To throw, it's Duncan. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Bruins looking to keep this drive rolling. On first down, it's play action. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Caught over the middle. It's Gray. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looks left and finds his target there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Grab down the middle. It's Sharp. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
That's a great feeling when the quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
On the run, it's Carlson. In the clear at the 25. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Buying time. Moving to his left. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Looking to score with a run to the right. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers making some adjustments now. Play action here on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to evaluate the defense and make a good throw. Good job up front by the big guys.
Offense in hurry-up mode.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. On the run here. Lets it go. Checks this down to the running back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. On to kick now for the 5th time today. No fair catch. He feels the punt. Oh, and he's got some space here. The return man flashing his elusive speed. They finally get him, but it's a big gain. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. Using a strong stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. 2nd down after that previous play. Scanning the field. It's Duncan. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. And it's UCLA on top here. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Now in 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. He was successful with his first try. This one from 39 yards out. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. There's a flag in the field. If it's on the defense, it would not be enough for 1st down yardage. A costly special teams penalty. And here comes the offense back on the field. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. Grab behind the line. It's Carlson. Touchdown, Bruins. This offense cannot be stopped. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead as you go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He makes the grab. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled after the catch. Now it's 2nd down here.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Gray. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The offense going with the hurry up.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They get him down, but he crosses midfield. Stop the ball at the 44.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
He lets it go on the move. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover for those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41. Dropping back. It's Gray. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. No huddle here for the offense.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds and try to preserve that clock.
Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Third down, out of the shotgun. Quick throw to his receiver. But he can't haul it in. That's a crucial drop on a 3rd down play. Here comes 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted.
Thanks,
to be able
bro.
to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
That's right, Garvin.
A loss of 4. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. To the air, it's Gray. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
The defense all over it. They stop right at the line.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Out comes the Northwestern offense out of the field again. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds onto the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
Dropping back, it's Gray. It's caught. The game picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 37. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's that defense shifting again. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Northwestern. Strong game by this quarterback.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And the UCLA offense takes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Handoff to the back to keep the clock moving.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Just trucks the man. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. That's an important 1st down on that running play. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. 2nd and long, but you'd expect another run here to try to bleed the clock. They'll run it here. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, UCLA. No chance to catch it.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this
You
game
just
out.
jealous, Harry Long.
After is right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Gray. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Looking to pass here on second down. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? Crosses the 10. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Bruins. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to the right, but it's incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Looking right, this one caught. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's caught downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Wildcats. This quarterback on fire today. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
It's incomplete. A dangerous pass there. Almost picked off in the end zone. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. We're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this is